Welcome back, guys. We are back to work on the trucks. Now, I left the 359, which has a fuel tank leaking, open, and she's looking pretty good. She's all dried out. The floor is dry. Look at that. Top pocket find right there. And so all I really have to do on this one, besides everything, to get it ready to move, is just seal up a couple of the rust holes on the cab. So there's a little bit there and on the back, but you know what? She's looking good enough for now. Actually, I'm gonna put tape over that too to keep critters out. But I close that. Back to work on Smokey. I got the corrosion cleaned out of this seal put back on. Now, like I say, in the future, I think we're gonna change out this door. I cleaned all this up best I could, sprayed some paint on it. I'm gonna rivet the stainless panels that I have back on. I beat them straight. I threw some paint on the floor, clean it up a little bit. Obviously, some of this will come off when, you know, when I put the carpet in, because I think I have some carpet that'll fit. But I also got my buttons back from the day cab company to finish off the interior, which are over here, right here. So I've got buttons and screws. It's awesome. But first, so since when we move, I'm gonna have to kick this sucker outside. I'm gonna pull the marker lights off, hook them up, and seal them up. And then, do I have a screwdriver up there? I do. I think it's the right one. Actually, I better grab a Phillips too, because oh, excuse me, burp. Oh, that was a pukey burp. Ugh. Sorry, guys. I know, too much information. It was, it's actually New Year's Day. I'm starting kind of late, but mostly because I had a few wobbly pops last night, and let's just say I'm not feeling my greatest. Not feeling my worst, but certainly not my greatest. So anyways, I'm gonna connect these wires up, put some silicone on, and then once those marker lights are hooked up, we can continue with the interior and put the big plastic piece in. That's the plan anyways. So in theory, this should be pretty easy. I think the foam will probably seal most of it out, but I'm just gonna put a little bit of silicone around those spots just to make sure, because I really don't want it to leak. And it might be a while till we paint. It might not be, but I don't know. And if we look at the window, the butyl has squished out nicely there. I'd actually like to hose it down and just make sure it's not going to leak before it goes outside. There. So now I've got the wires here that came off, and I'm just going to connect them to that, stuff them through the holes, and plug them in. Now, I don't have to worry about sealing these off super good. I'm going to use butt connectors and tape them up, but I think that should be good enough. Okay, I've hooked up the wires. I'm using a little bit of silicone around these. I'm using high temperature copper because that's what I have. Is it ideal? No, but will it work? Yeah. So let's stick her back together. There, and then that should just seal up nicely with that. I won't bore you with the details. There. I got them all done, but the center goofy one that I had to cut I cut notches in the foam so that, because the one problem is when it's sitting like that, water can come down into the back, but it can't get out. So I put notches there so that hopefully the water can run out, and in theory, the silicone should seal off the hole, but then that way, if there's pooling water, it can get out. I'd silicone up the back part, but I don't want to do that until we actually paint. So yeah, we'll give that a whirl. Strapping this onto the roof. Look at this. Does that work? Oh yeah. Okay, let's put these wires through. You might be saying, Mike, why aren't you taping up the butt connectors? Well, in theory, there's going to be no water on the inside, so it won't matter. And I find sometimes, as long as you don't have exposed wires that can ground out or short out, it's better if they're open. Put a good glob of gloop there. Good glob of gloop on that one. And in the center. There. So now, we run these down, put this one in the front. In theory. Oh, look at that first try. Beauty. Make sure my gutters are working. Run this one down. Yeah, that's going to work just fine. There. I got little gaps there, so in theory when the water goes back there, it can run out. But I don't want to seal this up right now because then I have to try and get the silicone off for painting. So there, that's done. That was actually fairly quick. One more thing off the to-do list. So in theory, once that dries, it'll be sealed up. So I'm gonna go on the inside, hook up the lights or plug in the lights, and then maybe put the battery charger on it and see if the marker lights come on. Which is kind of exciting because we haven't had power into this thing for quite a while. I know, crazy, isn't it? She's coming together, boys, she's coming together. So on this side, it's pretty easy. The wires are right here that came out of the roof, and I merely have to plug them in like so, and like that. So these will tuck up into there, and then this one actually comes over, and I believe it grounds out there. Might have been there. I'm not sure exactly where, but it grounds out there somewhere. And these will be up in there. But and then these ones, they're all over there. Let's hook up the battery charger. Doesn't actually look that bad in here, you know that? Looky. So, let's just set this here. And let's just hook a power, ground. Okay, that's 12 volts. 12 volts, 10 amps. Let's see if we can make some lights come on. Oh! Well, that's got some lights. Oh, we got a light there. We got marker lights. No. Well, that's not good. Why don't we, oh. Maybe it's the other bank of batteries. What about here? Nope, that one's fried. Okay. What if what if are these all tied together? One goes to there, this one goes to there and there. So if we put this on that one, let's give that a go. Oh, those lights are working. My marker lights still aren't. I bet you I need a ground. 30 amps. Okay. I've got some lights there. Damn it. Yeah, just turn them all on. That should backup lamp, auxiliary heater. Ah, dang it. But the headlights aren't working either. So, horn's not working. There's no heater fan either. It might be because I don't know. It might be because the batteries are completely gone. But I mean, we don't have headlights or marker lights. So maybe there's a fuse gone. That's good. I have no idea what these fuses go to. 15 amps, so that's good. Well, let's get my tester out and we'll give that a whirl. So funny story, I didn't check I didn't check the lights to make sure that white wasn't power and black wasn't ground, and that's exactly how it is. So I hooked them all up backwards. I know, not my brightest move, but why would you have black as a ground? Anyways, so it's opposite of what the truck is. So, and it's hot in here, I'm sweating. So I'm just looking for some more connectors, and the headlights didn't come on. So I don't know if it's because the headlights are burned out or what. So I guess I don't have to worry about that right now. I'm actually going to see if I can find some electrical cleaner to spray on the circuit board, because there were a couple of blown fuses. So I know, I was not shocked either. They were actually for I think one was sleeper accessory and something else. So it makes kind of sense when well, I don't know, it doesn't make any sense. It makes sense that stuff isn't working. That's about the only thing I can say. So I'm gonna go in and now swap those wires around in tight quarters, because that sucks. Okay, swap the wires around now. If all goes well, I turn that on. I should have marker lights, and I don't. Ah, there we go. Ha, there we go. We have marker lights. Wonder if the signal light works. Ah. Ooh, that one works. That's good to know. Headlights don't. Nothing for headlights. Well, I'll have to check. Could be a relay. There's a couple blown fuses there too, so. Anyways, and I think this has got, I should check this for power too. I don't know if I... No. There's power, but it's very dim. Okay, well, not sure what that's hooked to, but we can get into the dash at a later date, because now I can start putting that back together. Ah, yes, now the foam. I was going to glue this in, but it seems to stick to the fiberglass to where I don't think I really need to. You know that. Let's get a little lip there. Like that. It just tucks up nicely. And then put this piece in here. Light wires back in there, speaker wires there, maybe another piece up here. Like so. I like a so. Tuck our marker light wires around that. And then this, I'm going to screw that in for a ground. I'm gonna put it right. Right there, I think. Oops. There. Groundage. Okay, now I can put that panel in. Oh boy, it's so exciting. It's so exciting. And do I have it here? Yes, I do. And I put these connectors on so I can plug the lights in. And black. White. Should I put one under the light? I'm gonna leave that. Okay, so I'm going to put tape to mark where the plates for screws are. I think so. Well, there we go. I got a bit of a gap there. Could be just a little bit bigger, but you know what? It looks pretty good in my humble opinion. It's not easy. They're not perfect, but they're pretty dang close. So I'm gonna go with pretty dang close is good enough. So now I'm gonna dig this out and my side pieces and see if we can't put that on if I haven't run out of day yet. Okay. Oh, that looks good from the ground. I know some of you guys don't like the watermelon lights, but I think it's going to be neat. Might have to power those up. Just, you know, because I like it. But yeah, now we got the header out from storage. It is dusty and dirty. It's cracked here, so I'm gonna have to repair that. And it's cracked around some of these, so I'm gonna do that as well. Not sure if I'm gonna get this done tonight or not. Might have to wait till tomorrow. We'll see, but first I'll clean this off. You know my favorite color is red. Check that out. Yeah, this is exactly why I wanted these jewel watermelon lights. Look at that. If I go to a truck show or I'm stopped somewhere, how cool is that gonna look? Definitely need something in the bottom bunk if the bottom bunk is gonna be folded up, but or folded down, or the top bunk folded down. But we're getting there. There we go. Let's try turning some lights off. Yeah, buddy. That's what it's all about. This is the icing on the cake that makes me feel awesome. There's lights still hooked up there. Oh yeah. That's super cool. Excuse me. Love it. Well, it's the next day and my JB Weld is hard. So let's see how it's set up. Oh, that doesn't look too bad. It's still cracked. Pardon me, you can still see the crack. And and I put some JB Weld around some of these that are cracked, and I got to do this crack now down there. But if we look at it, the radial plate's going to be here, so we've just got that there. But look at how ugly this looks. Like the black is not black anymore. I tried warming it with a torch right here, like how they say on the internet, you warm it with heat and it turns black. Well, it didn't turn black, it turned brown. Excuse me. So, and that's where the controller was for the Pro Heat, which I still have, so I'm gonna put it there. And it might even still work. I'm hoping it still works, just because it, you know, fills the holes, so. But I did get some stuff from Canadian Tire that's supposed to keep the black, excuse me, or bring back the black. And so I'll get that out of my pickup. I actually pulled right inside because there's nothing over there, and I got it as a garage door opener, which is pretty dang handy, because that's one of the things with this place is it's set up for, yeah, with garage door openers. So I'm just gonna turn up the heat a bit in here and warm myself. Ugh. I also got some electrical contact cleaner for the circuit board in this truck, and some seat covers, because I'm gonna reuse, well, I'm using one seat for sure that came out of this thing, and we're gonna just clean it, but it's gray, and you can't have, you know, gray seats in a black truck. Well, you could, it just wouldn't look very good. So, and if we go look, since we're on that subject, we'll quickly go take a look. I'll just sneak on by the 359. So this was the seat on the driver's seat, and it's a Pete seat. It's actually not in bad shape, other than the fact that it's filthy dirty. It's got a bit of rust on the bottom. But I think what we're gonna do is Andrea says she has a shampooer, so I'm gonna try shampooing that and then put a black seat cover on it. So, and the other seat is an original Kenworth seat, and it's not, I don't know, it's, there's black on there, which is, oh, it's off that tire. So I could probably, you know, I could probably just use this seat again too and just clean it up, because it doesn't look that bad. You know that? Maybe take this armrest off because it looks kind of janky. So yeah, that black is just from soot. Because I've got a takeout seat, but the problem is it's a Peterbilt seat. And, you know, do you put a Peterbilt seat in a Kenworth? Well, you can, you just got to make sure you cover it up. So I'll wash my hands. Okay, let's see if this black stuff works. Well, I can't find my paper towel. Am I going insane? Maybe. So I got some Meguiar's Ultimate Black Plastic Restorer. So let's see what this does. Ooh. I don't know why I snipped it. Ooh. This might actually be working. I shouldn't act surprised, but I'm a little surprised. I wonder what it does. If it's more like a wax or... But can you see that? That looks... looks black. You know what? Let me get a cloth. There we go. Might as well. Some is good, more is better. I wish I didn't use the heat thing on it now, because it definitely made it made a mark. It does look like brand new. Woo! Thought I was gonna have to paint it, but I guess I don't. That is great news. It's great. And that's okay. Well, let's do some JV welding, because I would like to finish this up. So is that gonna sit nicely together? It is. Which is perfect. I'm gonna put this little clampy clamp right there to hold it. Okay, got JV Weld. I just got to mix her up. Okay, I forgot to hit record because, well, I'm texting with one of y'all, and we're looking at selling trucks is what we're doing. So anyways, pay attention, Mike. Yeah, so this McGuire stuff looks like it's gonna work. So I'm going to go ahead and do this to all these other plastics, because they're gonna have to get done to go on as well, because I think I put these on first before we put the header in. I think. Pretty sure. So, and all of them are kind of a little bit not as nice. Does that make sense? A little bit is not. But look at that. The black restorer definitely works, which is good, because I thought, am I going to have to paint these with like a dye paint, which I would if I have to, but I would rather not. But that looks 1,000% better. Doesn't it look 1,000% better? I know. I thought it looked 1,000% better too. So, okay. Here's one. Give it a wipe with the non-goopy side, and then we'll try the goopy side, or try our blackening stuff. Hello, Dad.
Hello. What are you doing?
Well, all the plastics are kind of gone white, so it's not really good English. I picked up some McGuire's Ultimate Black Plastic Restorer.
Right.
And I thought I was going to have to paint these with plastic paint, but this appears to be turning them black.
Was there enough JV Weld to do that?
Yes.
Oh, good.
I probably I probably got a little more carried away than I needed to, but if some is good, I figure more is better. Oh geez, that's broken too. Or I should say it's got a crack. Well, I can JV weld that. Let's see if I can scrape any more out of this.
Oh, did you just do it?
Yeah, well, I did some yesterday, and then I was using vice grips to hold it, so then I came to do a second coat, if you will.
Oh, okay.
So this is the second bit that I did,
Oh,
but
okay.
I used up both leftovers of JV Weld.
It's definitely good stuff.
Mm-hmm. So while those pieces are drying and my JV Weld is drying, I've got the sun visors, and they obviously had air fresheners, and they're a little bit rusty there and stuff, but I can move them in this. So I'm just wondering if I should try. Everything moves. Should I just try putting the black stuff on? Or should I try touching that paint up? I can actually move the visor in there. So maybe what I should do, well, I can put some black restorer on it. See if that'll take off or hide or whatever the smoke smell. I mean, it's vinyl, so it should be fine, right? I wonder if I can just clean this. Maybe we can just clean this. Probably shouldn't have just done that, because if I try and paint it, it's going to be all greasy now. Well, no one ever accused me of being smart, but hey, you can't be smart and good looking all at the same time. But that looks mucho better. You know, it's got, I don't know if that's rusty stuff or why that's brown. So this, which ways does it go? I think, well, definitely sticks out. That's probably, it's probably the driver's side. So that'll probably be all right. Could be like sun damage too. You know, from the sun shining through the window, maybe. Or it's rust. I'm not sure if it's the smoke that made this thing a bit rusty on the stuff inside the truck. Probably. It's probably part and parcel to the corrosiveness of the smoke. But I don't know. Looks pretty good to me. So I'm maybe going to try spraying some rust converter on the other one though. Let's just leave this here, I guess. So this is clearly the passenger side because it has an audible click when it gets in that spot, which means it's probably hardly ever been used. It does smell a bit smoky. But this is the stuff that I've been using. Rust check. I'll hold it there longer. Rust converter. Converts rust to a paintable primer on all metal surfaces. So I don't think I'm going to take the rust right off, but if we can, you know, put this on there and just give it a little touch up with some black paint, I think that's going to be good enough. So that's what I'm going to do. And just give it a little. There. Now I'll let that set and dry. And I'm gonna go see if I can find the other little plastic pieces like the hooks for the visor. So maybe I shouldn't have. Well, let's try it. It's It's either gonna work or it's not gonna work. And I got some on my phone.